it is to the printing press, to the recorder of man's deeds, the keeper of his conscience, the courier of his news, that we look for strength and assistance. Without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed, and no republic can survive.
All right, what's up, fellas? What's going on?
Good morning, everybody. How we doing? How we doing?
All right, what's going
deep
on
tonight?
It's hot. It's hot. It's rainy. It's muggy. Dealing with like 90%
It's a
humidity.
bit
up in
swampy out there.
Little Louisiana swamp ass.
With a oh yeah, all kinds of awesomeness happening, man. What a week already kicking off here on a Tuesday, on a terrific Tuesday.
That's a little Taco Tuesday. We're just having fun tonight. Nothing serious. Just checking in. Comms, hey.
Hit the old thumbs up. Snap that algorithm, folks.
Yes. Hit the thumbs up. Give us, help us break the algorithms and get us promoted out there a little bit. Share the video. Get as many people here as possible. But actually tonight we're just kind of having fun. Maybe take a few call-ins here in a little bit. Phone lines are not open. We'll let you know when they are.
There's been some pretty interesting things happening on the Hill.
Video.
Just
Yes.
man, what is it? I don't know. Am I skipping around a little bit? Do I got a good feed?
I heard it a little bit. A little bit of crackle.
All right.
Sounding good to you, Woodman? How you doing over there?
Sounds good to me so far.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
You guys okay?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm
Hear me and all that stuff.
Yep.
All right,
Sounds good.
fantastic. Yeah. You guys duck the squad, buddy. Duck the squad. You gotta be kidding me.
That squad is something else. Let me tell you.
The squad. The new Democratic wave. The squad.
Our squad.
Hear him talking about, yeah, we have a large following, you know, we're representing you. Why don't you just shove it up your butt, man? It ain't not even close.
All right.
Well, the Democrats are starting to divide a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Sorry,
people are saying we got a good feed on all three at this point. There was a couple of crack-ups some
Sweet.
people were saying, so. All right, so for those of you that didn't know what Woodman's talking about, here's a little sample of what we played earlier, if you missed it, of the Antifa attacks and some of the Democrats refusing to, you know, what do you call it? You know, distance themselves or, call them out.
Yes.
Will you condemn Antifa for the attack in Washington? Will you condemn Antifa for the attack in Washington?
In the face of the most recent xenophobic, bigoted remarks from the occupant of our White House. I will always refer to him as the occupant, as he is only occupying space. He does not embody the grace, the empathy, the compassion, the integrity that office requires and that the American people deserve. That being said, I encourage the American people and all of us in this room and beyond to not take the bait. This is a disruptive
agenda, and we won't get caught slipping.
This administration accountable to the inhumane conditions at the border that is separating children from their loved ones and caging them up in illegal, horrific conditions. I represent the third poorest congressional district in this country, one that is made up of working people. who have been targeted.
Will you condemn the Antifa attack in Washington over the weekend? It's easy to condemn terrorism. Will you condemn it?
Is it clear?
Antifa firebombed a facility in Tacoma over the weekend. It's an ICE facility. Will you condemn them for that? Will you condemn Antifa for the attack in Washington?
We'll be making statements.
It's easy to condemn a terrorist attack. We're wondering if you'll condemn the ICE attack again, the Antifa attack against an ICE facility in Tacoma, Washington over the weekend. No? Do you condemn Antifa for their violent actions against American law enforcement?
Okay, so now you're getting in the way of me walking, so I'm asking you to please back up. Sir?
Do you condemn Antifa?
What I'm condemning is a lack of journalistic integrity, and you're not respecting my physical space right now. And I'm going to ask you to step away.
And Antifa didn't respect the integrity of that building.
You can give me a card and we can respond.
So you're not going to condemn them? This isn't a journalistic ethics thing. I'm asking questions that CNN won't. Will you condemn Antifa?
Sir, asking one more time to please scoot over.
There you go.
I saw that. Oh,
Crazy.
man.
Well, that's what communism and socialism and somebody's from Somalia. That's what that looks like. Welcome
that's
to the
where Trump had
Ruski
said-
state, my friend.
And there's an article out today that she's saying that she's got more patriotism than some people born here, possibly. It's like, where do you got that hidden at? You know, I don't see it.
Keep that in your purse, tucked away, really small.
Well,
crazy.
like they have this little special ring. They pop it open. This magic pill, comes out of that ring. Close the lid on the ring. Take the magic pill. Voila! You're a Democrat. You're just like really cool all the time. Democratic pills. I don't know. I don't know. Good Lord. I don't know what they're doing. None of you guys do. None of you guys do either.
It's a real.
I'm telling you, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
That it is, man. Holy cow! They're arguing amongst themselves, and Pelosi's really trying to hold it together. Make some kind of a chaos or whatever. Well, sorry, that's not going to work. The quad is the new Dems. Boy, I hope they go back to school and learn how to be a true American citizen instead of talking about it.
Really learn in school anyway, but I mean, somewhat if the history doesn't get too much more torn apart and thrown away, and statues have been taken down. Instead of teaching history, they're just rewriting it or covering it up or something. I don't know. Why don't you teach it and teach it properly?
What do you say, Ben?
I find it interesting that most of the public is accepting this as normality. I mean, you have people literally chanting to burn and to destroy the very thing that we hold to be sacred. Obviously, not as high as the Holy Scriptures and God's Word, but almost at the same, right underneath that is our country, our sovereignty. And these people are literally pissing on it. And we know that's not how they were raised. We know that they have handlers, and these people are just puppets. And the fact that they're doing this, if anybody who is a public servant that works for our government or state government doesn't condemn a terroristic attack of any kind from any person on, other ICE federal facilities, I mean, it's tragedy. And they're just like, oh, good job. You go, girl. You're being strong girl. And I'm just like, geez, this chick's a skinny from Somalia. A few years ago, we were shooting them down. They shot down one of our Blackhawks. I mean, we made a whole movie of it. This is where she's coming from. And yes, she's not the only one who escaped that, that part of the country and came over here to do good. But it's almost like, I don't want that culture to follow. we thank you. We're Americans, and we have our own culture here, and that's called freedom.
Yep.
Now
Yep.
it's reached the problems our country
You
is
guys hear
facing.
that?
Whether it is
Oh yeah.
climate
Good afternoon, everyone.
It's classic. It's classic how they
human
feed,
rights,
not what's logical,
and
not logos.
Yeah.
the responsibility that his administration
Let's see here.
has for the deaths of children.
This is the one we
On
were
our
looking at
border.
yesterday, Woodman.
Or we can take
And she
the
went to
Yeah.
go recite the.
and distract us from
I know.
governmental
She
policies.
stumbled.
Yeah,
And she was
couldn't-
For
and
duly
she was
elected
reading
members
it and
of the
stumbled.
United States of House
Boy,
of
yeah.
Representatives, all of whom are women of color.
Tuna head.
He transfers
Jeez.
millions of dollars in tax cuts.
You know that she wasn't voted in; she was put in. There's a difference.
Together. Thank you, Congresswoman.
Didn't she marry your brother?
This country was founded on the radical
I
idea
don't
that
know
we are
who she's
created
married to.
equal
I can't
and
say.
endowed by
Haven't
our
looked that much into
Creator
her.
with
Me neither.
Inalienable rights.
Right here, dude.
And yes,
Say,
we have
there
a
you go.
long way before we fully live up to the
Listen.
Reducing the cost of
Oops.
prescription
Dang
drugs.
it.
Addressing the public health crisis and epidemic.
Now,
that is
see,
gun
she's
violence.
a good
Addressing
memorizer. See how much
racial
she's blinking
welfare.
and looking down.
And yes,
That's remembering a
making sure
speech.
God is
That's one of the telltale signs that you've
Thank you,
been
Congresswoman,
memorizing
and
this thing for a
Presley.
while.
Yeah.
This country was
listen.
founded on the radical idea that we are created equal and endowed by our Creator with inalienable rights.
I agree, yeah.
Before we fully live up to those values. It is for this reason precisely that we have to take action.
It's like she's never said those words together in that order, in that
I'm
sentence.
so,
Well, that should be the
I'm
second
sorry.
time. The first time was when she supposedly swore in, but that can only be.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry to laugh so much. My God, I can't help but laugh all the time. See, I was talking the other day about Mike about how I think you two guys are trying to like punish me so I get to watch all the evil, stupid shit. And you guys are doing the good stuff. Man, I got enough of all them women, the quad. I've watched a lot of stuff that they had coverage on that. I just don't understand how they can actually still be in our government. If you don't listen, if you're going to talk about Al Qaeda being the Superman, whatever, Lord
The
have
Taliban when
mercy.
she was going off.
Well, she was like
I
going
can
off this
remember-
little, not too long ago, puffing her chest out about Al Qaeda. She went like this, no kidding. America, Al Qaeda now, Go back over there. Yeah,
Now, was she talking about Al Qaeda or was it the Taliban? Or because I know she talked about the Taliban earlier in a different speech and was puffing them up a lot, and then here recently, and a couple days ago, she was talking about the.
Did she do it again or something? I know she did the 9/11.
Well-
She spoke horribly about 9/11.
Mhm.
Some people died, whatever.
Just some people like,
Some-
that's
some people.
yeah.
Some people, yeah. No, she was actually referring to Al Qaeda, so I don't know exactly she was pinpointing something either. Any way you look at it, we're at war with Al Qaeda. How could she be like, backing Al Qaeda? If you don't like the United States of America, you can go back to Al Qaeda and, hey, look, you might go in there and be open-minded. You could be like, you could be like one of the stronghold Al Qaeda, whatever. Just get out of here.
Yeah,
They're all negative.
she wants to be
we
a
don't need
real boy, just like Pinocchio. So that's
Yeah. Come on, man. We don't need that.
Real boy.
Yeah. We don't want that negative crap here. Are you kidding me? And that's going to be the new guard. Give me a break, man. They're going to have to get rid of all four of them or chastise them or something. You cannot do what they've been doing here lately. Like trying to smear the president. That's against the rules as far as what they were doing today. gosh, a doggone it, I didn't write down who it was. Ask him, do you want to, like retract your statement? No. Wow. Yeah, then they had a big vote on it today. Remember? Did you guys watch that?
What was that now?
Well, they're having a vote on what Trump was saying about
Okay,
his
so
tweet
hold on.
stuff,
Hold on.
The courier of his.
We got a phone
We
call.
look for strength.
All right.
All right. Welcome to the Patriot Hour. This is Mike, Woodman, and Ben. Can you hear us?
What's up?
Yes, I can.
What's going
boy.
on?
Guys,
Hey, this is Amy the mod. She's a mod for us.
What up,
Woodman.
Amy? You're awesome.
All right, Amy.
hey, thank you. You guys are awesome.
All right. So what's going on?
First,
Go ahead.
first thing I want to do is just thank you guys for what you're doing, creating this channel and getting the truth out. And Michael, I mean, the videos that you make, the videos that you're dropping like every day are they're so powerful. And
thank you.
I know that everybody in the chat, all of your subscribers, I know we all agree. And so I just want to thank you for that, first and foremost.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Like we love you. We love you guys.
Aw.
And hey, what's up, Woodman?
Woodman.
How you doing, hon? You make it happen, sweetheart. All you mods make it happen, sweetheart. You really, really do. We really couldn't pull it off like it's going on without you mods. There's just no way.
We definitely have a awesome mod squad. So shout out to the mod squad for sure.
Shout out to the mod squad.
To the mod squad.
And
You know it.
and yeah, Ben, you rock too. You always have some really great insight and that I always thoroughly enjoy. So you guys are just a great team of patriotic men, and I just love you. We all do.
Thank you. We love you.
Nice.
So
nice. We appreciate, man.
That mod squad. Now, aren't you working or tell us what else you have going on?
Yeah. So what I wanted to do, Michael, a few weeks ago, you had mentioned to me about a channel, another YouTube channel called The American Joe Show. And so I decided to go ahead and check out The American Joe Show and hung out in there a couple times. And he made me a part of his mod squad, which was a total honor because his channel it's a great channel. He's a Christian. He's a combat veteran, and he's really working hard to spread the truth and to wake people up, just like you are. And one thing that he's doing on his channel, and he's really trying to get this to be a movement. He's calling it Patriots Unite, which I think all of us have kind of been using that hashtag here lately. But he had, I don't know if you've ever heard of the R-rated conservative. He is a smaller channel. I think he's got like less than 300 subs at this point, but he probably will grow. He's a funny guy. He drops a lot of truth bombs along with his F-bombs, though. So you kind of,
Gotcha. R-rated conservative. I got it written down here. Check it out.
Yeah, but when he comes on the show, like when he was on Joe's show, he didn't cuss at all. And the guy is super smart. I learned a lot just listening to him for 30 minutes. But anyway, what they're trying to do, and this is they're trying to get the Patriots to unite. So like a channel like yours and a channel like, okay, so you've got like 158K, and he's American Joe, he's got 36K. So when the Patriot channels, the idea is that when these Patriot channels come together, uniting, sharing audiences, like sharing your audience, it's actually like it's a strategy against the left, because it makes our message of truth, the message of truth, bigger and louder, and then it can travel farther. So basically, like if you get him, have him come on your channel, his folks are going to come over to your channel to support him on your show, and also they will then in turn support you.
Yes.
And then if you go onto his show, same thing's going to happen. So the audience is going to grow, and there's a lot of people over there right now at the American Joe Show. A lot of new names that I haven't seen over in our fam, and so I just think that there's a movement going on right now. Patriots uniting, you guys coming together and having each other's back,
Yeah, we'd love to have him on. I think I've even emailed him. I think he got a hold of me to get on, and then it was a month later I got back a hold of him. He emailed back, and then recently I was like, hey, you want to come on later tonight? And it was like a spur of the moment, but then I had issues where I wasn't up for 3 days. Like the computer, that was when I had to redo it last, Ben, and make a lot of decisions on software. But we got everything up and running really good now. That's a really good idea. I get it. I could totally see, and I can get behind something like that. We've always wanted to branch out and we got all kinds of ideas, and we're reaching out to people just now. We kind of wanted to just keep pressing forward with the message and all get a little better. I think we're all there, but we are totally ready for special guest or being guest on shows, of course. So I've caught his channel. I've seen several videos at this point, maybe a dozen. I mean, in the last several months. So he's got it going on. I think so.
Oh yeah, I think that he's having Douglas Ducote Sr. I don't know if you know who he is. He's going to be having him on his show, and he's going to be going on his show. And I mean, there's no doubt. Like, I know you could get in there with them, and it would just be uniting these larger channels and sharing your audiences and getting the message out further and making it louder and bigger, because we need to do this. Especially right now before the election, we've got to start getting more people sharing, more people involved. And
real quick side, so you were also talking about a side channel or another channel you're going to be creating. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, I thought about it, but I was going to wait a little while, but since you've mentioned it, I will go ahead and touch on that briefly. I kind of came up with this thing, and I was calling it the Patriot Lounge. And kind of like, it's kind of like an offshoot of your show, because a lot of my subs are friends now that are from the Patriot Hour. So,
well, in the new studio, we're going to be building a bar, so it's going to be the Patriot Bar. And at the end of every episode, we'll be walking over to it and probably, having a drink to sign off, something, whatever. But
sweet.
So that's awesome.
So hey, it's going to be cool. I'm actually working on my studio right now, and so I would love to, once I get set up in my studio, I will beam in and have a beer with you.
Yes,
that would be awesome, wouldn't it?
That'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
What it is, I'm actually going to be doing this with someone who's become a really good friend of mine. He's probably in the chat right now. He has his own channel right now. It's Iron Witch 1811, and he is a prepper channel. And he's not a witch. Don't let the name fool you. It's actually the name of his ship. He was in the Marine Corps, and so he's a hardcore patriot, truther, and prepper. So him and I have become good friends. So we're going to join forces, and we are going to start doing the Patriot Lounge, and we're gonna kick it with the Patriots.
Do we need to put out resumes for new mod or something? You're getting busy. You're getting busy here.
Oh no. You're not getting rid of me, Michael. You ain't getting rid of me. I'll be here until like, I have to retire because I'll be like, not able to use my wrench anymore or whatever. But no, I'm not going anywhere.
No.
But it's going to be cool. It's going to be like laid back, and we have a lot of different show ideas that we're kicking around. And so and actually Iron Witch, if he is in the chat, he could drop a link to that channel. We don't have anything on there right now really except for a very short demo. But my youngest, my baby, she's going to be starting school. So this is going to give me an opportunity to have some more time to dedicate to putting into the channel and, developing it and everything. But I think it's going to be really fun. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, that's basically it. We're going to be starting a channel, and I think it's going to be a hit.
No, I do too.
I really do.
And we'll
sounds good.
We're gonna, we'll stand behind it. We promote it. When it gets closer to being done, let us know, and we will definitely put it on blast, get people to join in, and we will be too. Sounds like you got a lot going on.
That'd be awesome.
Good stuff, great stuff, good ideas. Since you're with, since you and American Joe are a thing now.
We're not.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Now that you're working for him under his thumb, Miss joking. Now that you're a mod for him. Now that you're a mod, this is having fun. This is Patriot Hour
great.
Live.
This is awesome. Yeah,
boys just want to have fun.
Lady Mod Squad from Simone Ellis. Yeah.
We're totally joking. Now that you're a mod, part of the mod squad over there, get the word out. We will do a show. Whether it's if Ben can be in to work. Now, the way that we're limited here is I can only have these 3 windows. I can't do a 4th or 5th as of right now. So we're limited. I could do call-ins like you're calling in now. We can have, but I'd like to have him beam him. I know he's set up right now, so I'd give him a window. So, we might have Woodman in studio, or if I get Ben,
I may be in studio either way. Yeah,
both of them. Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
But we can work something out with him.
Yeah.
For a show. We'll start there. We'll start there.
I just wanted to really encourage you to do that because I really think that it would be a really good thing. A really good thing. And like I said, it's a strategy really against the left. Right now, it's crucial that we get our message out as far and wide as possible, to wake people up. So
I agree.
But anyway, I really appreciate you taking the time and chatting with me tonight.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I hope everyone's having fun in the chat.
Oh, looks like they are. Yeah. They're chatting it up, so for sure. And always a blessing to have you on, and it's good to finally get you there and let you know what's going on and working with American Joe and whatnot. It's always good to know that we got good mods that got our backs and are always there to keep the chat nice and clean and streaming forward.
That's right.
I first went over to American Joe and I'm like, I'm just going to scope things out. I'm going to scope things out for a while before I, really start, telling more people about him. So after I hung out there for a while, I started getting a really good vibe and thinking, this is a good thing. So this is a good channel, another good channel. And listen, I don't mod for just anybody. You're my top, y'all are my top channel.
We're blessed to have you for sure. Very blessed.
Oh, she drops everything.
And, yeah, I drop everything for y'all. And but American Joe, he's coming in at second, and he's another good guy. And I'm really glad that you mentioned him to me. And so I'm just kind of here to give you my stamp of approval.
Yep. No, that's awesome. All right.
Sounds great.
Right.
Amy the mod, folks, right here. If you haven't, get over. You can click on her name, I believe, in the chat room if she gets back in there, and I'll drop a link or whatever. But you can get over there. She's got a channel now. You don't have to wait on this new one. And if you're part of the one now, then you could probably, be in
if you're
when
excited,
she gets the new
want
one
it now.
So we appreciate it. All right, you have a great night,
guys.
and we'll talk to you soon.
You too.
All right, have a good one.
Right,
Thanks, Amy the Mod. God bless.
Peace out. All right, that was
Thank
Amy.
you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Very, very awesome.
Awesome. Had a little technical difficulties back here, by the way. I didn't mean to freeze up on you guys a couple of times.
I didn't notice that. I thought, wow, Ben's being very still and very quiet and very still. I was like, wait a minute, no,
that's not normal.
Because his tongue's kind of sticking out and he's not even breathing. And I wanted to say to her, folks, don't ever let modding get in the way of your personal life. That's why we got 4 or 5 of you here for the Patriot Hour. We've gone off the recommendation of L and L1978, by the way. She's got a channel. Get over there. Check it out. It's a great channel. She's working it and getting up there to, thousands of subscribers. Folks, if you can't make it, you got other things, don't miss dinner. Don't, have issues and all that stuff. And, be cool. Be cool. It's cool. That's why we got, and if you miss anything, people catch you up. And the shows are here. You can go back and watch them at any time. It's almost like your personal DVR. So, for right now, no, it was a good idea about the networking out. I know we've been told to network out a little bit. It can only help if a channel gets shut down and you've done some networking with other channels. If you get a new channel up, you can really quickly, most likely, get back with those people. I mean, they're not going to be like, no, your new channel's only got a couple dozen subscribers. Who are you? And you're like, this is me from, Patriot Hour. They've shut us down. Help us out, and that vice versa. And plus just the word, it's not about, that so much. It's about getting, if you got a good channel and people value your quality and your content and your breakdown and whatnot, then it should work out anyway. But
yeah. I mean, it's be honest and be truthful. No deception, and you should always be fruitful.
There you go.
You know it.
I agree. That was a great phone call. I think we could take another one.
We got
phone number
202-505-5198.
202 505-5198.
The lines are open, folks. Give a call. What's on your mind? How do you feel? Comments. I see a lot of Area 51, all that nonsense. We've heard some of that going on in the chats. Fantastic Four should be sent to Gitmo. I agree. So it's,
Let me make sure I got
Yeah,
this
we don't know. Jenny Miller, we don't know about Seth Rich. And as far as we know, he was, taken out for...
All right, we're just waiting. Storming Area 51, folks. What do you think? That is another topic for tonight. I don't condone it. I don't think it's, wise, really. The base does have signs up warning military base.
They won't get through. They use non-lethal weaponry. We all know it's, I could, one person, one touch of a button with a little tiny small thing about the size of your table, your dining room table, and it could basically turn 2,000-3,000 people inert.
Yeah, really.
Poop your pants and make your skin burn just a little bit. It's a high frequency, non-lethal crowd control. We put them on the back of Humvees. 2 of those, 100,000 people, no problem. 4 soldiers, you're good. So.
All right, hold on, guys. Hello, this is a Patriot Hour. This is Mike. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Mike? I've been trying to get you guys for a minute, man.
What's going on?
What is up, brother? How we doing?
What's going on?
What's up, man? I've been following y'all for a minute. I have to admit, I've been wanting to come clean and let everybody know. I think all of this is funny, just for the simple fact, when Trump first won, I was like, oh, the world is over. The world is over. Like, this guy's a bad guy. He's going to get rid of all the black guys because I was following the Dems.
Yes.
So, you guys, I'm coming from Michigan. You guys will not believe how many people is still asleep, man. It is ridiculous.
Where I agree. Without giving your exact location, where at abouts in Michigan? Like,
West Michigan, man.
Okay. So, yeah.
I don't don't have no fear anyway. So
yeah,
what's coming can't be stopped. Ain't none of us Jesus.
That's right. That's
Amen
right.
to that,
Amen.
brother. It's I'm up in the same kind of neck of the woods. I know we're all living close to Michigan. I'm in Southwest Michigan.
Okay.
Mike and I and Woodman, we talk about this all the time, man. It's like, it don't matter East Coast, West Coast, you're a Yankee, you're a Southerner. We're all going through the same
it don't
thing.
matter,
And
man.
it don't, I agree, brother. It's like, and it is so funny because we see these people talking on the Hill, and you're right. So many people are asleep and they don't even realize it. And you can't even talk logically with these people, no matter what's going on.
No, you can't. Like, we just had the big debate yesterday because I'm labeled the conspiracy theorist at my job, which actually quite lately it's been kind of fun seeing everybody get arrested. And,
Yeah. You're
not throwing it in their face, but
No.
I tried to warn you.
But
we had the big
you're going to be
yesterday.
vindicated. You're going to be very, very vindicated. Trust me. It's all
Oh,
coming.
I have the faith.
Yes.
I have the faith. But we had to talk yesterday about how I'm a conspiracy theorist. So I just asked one question because from the research that I've done from Darwin's evolution theory, it was just a theory.
Yes,
So
right.
if I'm a conspiracy theorist, that means all of our school books were? Or half of our school books were?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a rocket scientist, but I'm just glad to finally talk to you guys, man. I've been trying to get to you guys for a long time, man. I listen to you guys at nighttime when I work.
How did you come across Patriot Hour, by the way? Just, recommended, stumbled across it? How long ago was that?
A funny thing, man, I was like I said at first, I was like, oh, man, I'm black. Trump's going to get rid of all of us. It's over.
Yeah.
And I actually ended up stumbling upon this guy named Mark Taylor.
Yep.
I don't even know how I don't even know how I got upon him, man. I have no idea. And I just started reading it, and then I seen you guys at the same time, and what you guys was actually talking about, he were talking about, like me and my wife had 2 TVs going at the same time. And then more and more stuff started coming out in the news, and I was like, yo, he's trying to save us, and it looks like they're trying to murder us.
Yes. If you follow along, it's like nothing he's doing is truly that bad. I don't agree with everything Trump says, but it's almost done for a reason.
Me either.
Yeah,
Me either.
Yeah.
Like I told my wife, like how they talk about reparations, like because they trap Trump. Like if he does reparations and he say, oh, I think, Black History Month, every black person should get paid for free and not have to work. They'll say, oh, well, you're a racist because you're not letting black people work during their Black History Month.
Yeah.
Yes. I agree with you. I mean,
well, we talk about if he comes out and says, I'm going to feed the hunger of the world, and then they'd scream that there's hunger here and hungry vets. And if he said he was going to feed the hungry here, they'd scream that the world's going to die because he's only taking care of the hunger here. So they find the bad in everything. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Now, your last, I just wanted to let you know, man, a lot of your posts have actually helped me save my family dealing with CPS. And, like, I just started digging into stuff, and they basically just tried to take my kids because one of his friends said something.
Oh, wow.
But I started digging into stuff, and I couldn't get the caseworker to call me back. I couldn't get a police report. And my wife works at a law firm, so finally she filed some paperwork to get the police report. And come to find out, what's crazy is the same judge that actually sentenced me like 5 years ago is the same judge that was ahead of the CPS case. And they didn't even let us know that we had a court date and all that. But everything's fine now, man. It don't matter.
Oh,
praise God that's working out, man. I'm glad it worked out for you because, I mean, unfortunately, because of the corrupt system that we live in, I hear it in your voice. We're in this world, but not of this world. And unfortunately, we have to render to Caesar what is Caesar's. And sometimes the law is going to get you, and it sucks. But yeah,
that's correct, man. It is. Yeah, I don't know what that one is, bro. But yeah, you guys are totally correct. Me and my wife go back and forth with that every day. And like, to be honest, man, it all can happen. And like, it's not going to make me no difference. I know where I'm going. So
Yep.
It's not going to make me
Amen,
no
right?
difference. We can't stop none of it. All we can do is pray for the president and pray for the Patriots, man. And thank you guys for holding us down, feeding us the information.
Oh,
We
man.
go one, we go all. You guys have a good night.
Amen to
Thank
that,
you.
man.
Call in again anytime. Talk to you soon.
Yes.
God
yes.
bless
Awesome.
you.
Lots of love, man.
God bless you and your family. Have a good one.
God bless, man.
Amen.
All right.
Amen.
That
Amen.
was
Amen.
awesome.
Amen.
Awesome.
That goes to show you,
Awesome.
man. There's patriots in Michigan, and they're holding on to their families, and they're holding on to the Constitution and freedom, and they're not letting
Worldwide.
something as what you look like hang them up on what they feel about freedom for everyone. We love everybody here.
Yes.
Why I love white people, black people, red people, yellow people, blue people. I love all peoples.
We all
You
bleed
know, and
red,
and-
folks.
Yep, that's
And,
right. That's right.
Well, listen now,
just-
guys.
And I don't even
I gotta
hate the
tell
people
you.
that don't think like me on the other side. They think I'm confused. I think they're confused, and hopefully we can meet in the middle sometime. And I just want to agree on some truth. I want to be able to agree on some history. I want to be able to agree on some things that, everything's really out of whack right now. Everything's been perverted, twisted, flipped. And we're just trying to bring some peace to that, or some understanding. And as much as we don't, we're all in a journey. Ben, myself, Woodman, all of you here at the Patriot Hour, which, by the way, we got some of the greatest Patriots. EO2 Dave, thank you, brother, for the super chat. So I'm glad to see you made it out of, wasn't he down in D.C.? Wasn't he the one of them in D.C.?
He was EO2 Dave, I believe, did go down to the 4th of July festivities.
Here, we got a call. We got a call. Can I make it?
Right.
Hey, this is Patriot Hour. What's going on?
What is on your mind?
I want to ask you a question. Do you guys know about the Google executive who received $45 million exit package because he was caught for sexual abuses?
Ooh, no. Did this just break
I
in?
didn't hear that.
Fill us in. Let us know.
I think the Epstein thing is kind of putting people in this mode where they're researching things that they haven't seen before. So this is an old story. This is, 5 years back, 2014. Google approved $45 million exit package for executive accused of misconduct. His name is Amit, A-M-I-T, Singhal, S-I-N-G-H-A-L. So he had the whole search division was his. So you can kind of put that together. He was very high tech.
Wow.
So anyway, he gets busted, and now there's a new guy floating around. That's going to hit the news probably in about 2 weeks. And he's also in trouble now. His name is Jared Body. And another Google exec had a wife that found out that he was raping women under some sort of concoction where they're knocked out. She found his porn stash, confronted him, She's taken off. She's on an island somewhere. She's afraid for her life. And this story is just going to break out.
So he was doing a little.
We've already talked to the FBI.
He was one guy was making a little Cosby cocktail and knocking him out.
Yeah, apparently.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So real quick, that Amit Singhal, it said like he left Google. He was asked to leave because of, like you said, and then he joined Uber.
Misconduct.
He went right over to Uber, the driving thing, and he was a head senior vice president of software engineering in 2017, but was shortly asked to leave from Uber because the allegations were coming out of the Google thing. So he left there too.
Him.
So it followed him around, of course.
So, like, what do we say? What do we say as a society? What do we say to our children? What do you say to people in our world that this is okay? The slap on the wrist is a $45 million package. I mean, the guy is obviously mentally ill. He's a predator. They just moved him along.
What do you?
One on the horizon.
Let me ask you this real quick. What do you think about Epstein, the last one where he only got the 18 months and it was like in New York, that we're finding out now New York didn't make him register as a sex offender.
Yep.
Right.
He was living there, leaving like on work release. He didn't even, he only slept there.
So think about it. We didn't have Trump. Think about it. Back then we didn't have Trump. So that connection, that underground pedophile, sex slave, satanic cult shit, which is real.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So well connected. He got his little slap on the wrist. Dershowitz, is that his name?
Yeah, Dershowitz.
Oh my God.
Dershowitz. Yep.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. They interviewed him. I'm no FBI analyst. His body language. Oh my God. Pathetic.
He was defending Clinton. He was defending Clinton too. Did you hear that in the interview?
I sure did.
Yeah, and the guy goes, "Let's leave Clinton out of this because they're saying this doesn't add up." He's like, "Well, he was trying to defend Clinton as much as he was himself." And he's like, "Do you really know if Clinton went there? Were you there every time?" Me and Ben were discussing this. You don't fly into Epstein Island. You have to fly into like St. Thomas. We need to start looking at who flied into, because you could be picked up by his personal boat and be totally off the record that you ever went to Epstein Island.
He owned half the harbor in St. Thomas. Of course he could do all that.
I saw people jumping on little slip boats and taking off, and they didn't sign nothing to go to Epstein Island, or if you were going there, you didn't have to sign anything. It would look like you went to St. Thomas or St. John.
This is a really huge cult. This is the whole Ronald Bernard, Illuminati, the bankster gangsters of the world, taking two countries, making sure they fight, not supporting peace, supporting, enemy combatants on both sides to make money.
Oh, this is the Luciferianistic plan.
If you don't know, you haven't studied. If you don't know, you don't care. And that's okay.
That's right, yeah.
But for
I agree.
that care, I know you guys do. You guys know it. So, I'm really proud of you guys. Just educate everybody you can. Never stop. And a lot of this stuff is hit home. I live in the San Francisco Bay Area. Oh, my God. Red pilling people here is a daily chore. It's like digging into the ground, and the ground is concrete.
Oh, and not catching diseases also. Shit, what you guys, San Fran's crazy right now. May God guide you in all that you do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Keep doing you too.
Thank
You sound highly educated, and you know what's going on.
I live 15 minutes from the headquarters. San Bruno YouTube is right around my corner.
Yep.
And I know a lot of people. My niece used to work there. She told me how she would get paid $25 an hour to go through the everything you submit has to be real eyes do see it, but they run through it really fast. She used to look at 1,000 videos, literally in a day, and she'd have to submit them in different directions. Suitable, not suitable, FBI, police, local police.
I wonder if I know that's going on with ours.
Of course they are. Yeah, of course. This is just how it goes. We love you guys. It's because of you guys we're still out here doing this.
So just remember, when YouTube is pushing back on you, you push back on them. Yes. Because you're going to say, hey, wait, take a second look. Take a second look. My content is educating people. I'm not trying to offend. I'm trying to protect people. Children, this is real. Look at poor Liz Cronin. All that time that she was trying to tell people, they thought she was absolutely out of her gourd. She's like, oh my God, they're satanic pedophiles. They're hurting people. They're taking their skin off. They're eating them. They're drinking their blood to look young. People are like, who is this broad? She's crazy.
Yep.
She was out there alone.
I agree.
And then finally people are starting to wake up to the fact that, hey, this is the line in the sand. It doesn't matter who you are. You're either leaving for evil or you're going to live your life for good. And at the end of the day, your life is short. Like every single person on this planet. I don't care if you live to 80 or 100. Short. It's a short life. So you know what? From the time you leave your mother's womb to the time that you end up in the dirt or wherever you end up, you better do some real good here, because that's why you're here.
Amen.
So,
amen to that.
Sheesh. Yes.
No,
amen.
I'm with you guys. I get it. I totally get it. And things come to your door. You guys know this. You probably have had all types of different circumstances in your life where things have come and presented themselves to you, and you're like, how the hell did this situation end up on my doorstep? And you deal with it, and you have compassion, and you're empathetic, but you start to go, wait, where did this really come from? And you start to analyze how people in life have gone through things that are really horrible that they didn't deserve to go through. And then, that takes you to the next layer. Where was that? Then you go into the generational thing, and then, that's where we're at. We go into the history of all this, the Nephilim, all these things about Cain. Yes, the whole Abel Danger, Field McConnell relationship with JFK Jr., the plan, we all get it. It is vital. And think about it. I think any of us that put on those shoes Can you imagine by the time you're 12 years old, your mother has had to explain to you that your father was in a motorcade and somebody took his goddamn head off in front of the United States of America? You know damn well I'm a woman in the suburbs. I would have made the same plan. I would have done what JFK Jr. did. If I had the means, I would have done the same thing. Gone into hiding, sat back. According to him, he was the true 007. He was underground doing all kinds of research. Thank God.
Yep.
What else
Well, remember, I will say this. I believe that, I will say this. You got a good point there, but remember, don't put your Savior and Messiah in man. Keep that up in heaven.
No way.
He does good things. I'll just put that out there.
And I know that's probably why JFK Jr. is not going to bother to come out publicly until he is the last card played, or the Trump card played, because the problem with society is, oh my God, what is he wearing? Oh my God, look how he's aged. What is true about heroin? People are so full of shit, and they, we all are to an extent. But you know what? We face our demons. We talk about our faults. We talk about our weaknesses. These people are so shallow that they're ruining the next generation. And that's something that's not allowed to happen. That's why you guys do what you do. You guys, I'm 55. You guys are maybe midway too. And you know what? At the end of the day, what are we leaving behind? And what does everybody say? The thing that people remember the most about anybody is how that person made them feel. So it's important for us to make people feel protected, secure, understood, accepted, loved, and know that
well,
those are the
I will say this. It's not all about how people feel as well. Here at the Patriot, we also are grounded on truth. And sometimes we do hurt people's feelings. So I will interject that point for sure.
I will also say, like the media, a lot of people or JFK, said it. You shouldn't shrink from controversy, and the news isn't here to simply entertain or to amuse. It's here to stifle and sometimes anger you. So that's why I get comments. There'll be a video, I don't want to show something, or I just know it's visually unpleasing, and I got the one of the videos I just did the other day, tons of people liked it. It was a pretty good message, I felt it was, but the graphic I used, out of all the comments that were great thumbs up, oh my God, I'm sharing this, I mean, okay, it's going good, this is a good one, a good message. But then there was one that's like, hey, please change your thumbnails. When I get alerted for your videos, it hits my phone. My son sees my phone. He'll tell me, hey, a new Patriot Hour video, but the thumbnail scared him. Can you please change your thumbnails for now on? Otherwise, I'm unsubscribing. And I'm just like, I don't know.
So that's an interesting dilemma. That's an interesting dilemma. You have empathy and you care, but at the same time, it's, first of all, do you really know that person? Was there a child that really saw that thumbnail?
Well, and I don't even pick the thumbnail. Sometimes I'm in such a rush after I get the video up. I do like to sit there and do all the meticulous things, but sometimes I hit auto and it'll randomly pick a certain spot of the video and use it. And if I don't like it, I can change it. But most of the time, I just leave it.
I just think at this point, the Patriot Hour, Michael, your work and your determination, your network, your friends, the people that support you, they see way beyond that. Nobody wants to offend anybody. That's the last thing you want to do, but it can't stop you from putting the truth out there. And sometimes the truth come on, let's not say sometimes.
You just re-verified it. I've been learning that, but thank you.
This mass is incomprehensible. People are just like, you've got to be kidding me. This is something out of Hollywood. And well, then you start to go, well, where did they get some of their ideas? Let's start looking back. And so this is really a spiritual war. It really is about choosing the right way of living and thinking and being with people and helping those people. I don't know. What is a Jeffrey Epstein? Is that a human being at this point? How do you have your mind so corrupted? You have money. He's an average looking guy. Couldn't he just have a normal life? Wasn't that enough for him? He had to hurt other people. Where did that pain come from? Who is that? Like, for me, when I analyze all these people in the world that are in prisons, that have done these heinous crimes, my brain wants to understand, how did you get there? And how can we help others never get there? And worst of all, how are you supposed to help a victim? And thank God, like that one woman, Virginia, who's now 43, who's come out with Prince Andrew. I mean, you're a prince. Doesn't that power and who you are mean anything to you and the people that look up to you? So I asked myself again, who are you really then? Are you a human being? Because I don't understand that. That doesn't equate humanness to me. You know, and so that's when you start to go, is this evil, monstrous behavior exactly what was talked in the biblical times? But now it's just because of our internet and because of our technology, there's no way you can avoid it. This cannot be hidden. There are no secrets. People, there's a secret. There's no secrets. Everything you do, everything you say, everyone knows it. Everyone has thought the same things. People have known. Now everything's come to light. There's nowhere to hide. Bohemian Grove, all the whistleblowers, everybody laughed. Even Alex Jones, with whatever reputation he has going back and forth, black hat, gray hat, CIA, whatever he is, he did that one whistleblowing situation when he went up to Bohemian Grove, snuck in, and he was pissed.
Yeah.
And he recorded the cremation of care.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Is this what we're calling sacrifice of a child now? Does that soften it? Cremation of care. Give me a break.
Did he sneak in? Or
they just did that last weekend, I believe, too. Wasn't it just last weekend they did that?
Yeah.
It was
They said it's the last year. The people up there said, we fucking have had it. You're not doing these damn things anymore. That land should be chopped down. Go ahead, use the wood for building houses. That place needs to... it's sick.
Yeah.
Sick what they've done.
I agree.
And they know where to go. They know where to go. They know where to go. Underground, the tunnels, and there's another rumor about the whole China Lake thing being a whole military operation. People said it was so many different layers down there. One of the layers being super soldier cloning. Come on, world. Have you lost your fucking mind? You know, it's all about war and making money from war. Can't you do something decent? Can't you build a nice house, have nice landscaping, go take a swim, go jet skiing, enjoy your loved ones? I mean, everybody has to take it to this level of no, I'm sorry, we're not living on hell on earth here. We're making this our dream, our heaven world in our minds. And we want all these people out. If we can't save you, go away. Gone. Because these children don't deserve this. You know, I had a little girl walk in my house one time. She was only 12 years old. She was hanging out with my daughter's friend, and they were all in this room. And I was like putting clothes away and everything. And Oprah Winfrey was on in their room. And I was dropping off my daughter's clothes. And all of a sudden, Oprah Winfrey goes something about pedophilia or molestation. There was a word. I wasn't paying attention, but the little girl goes to me, "What does that mean?" So I told her. I go, "You know what? Pedophilia is when somebody touches you inappropriately that shouldn't be touching you." She goes, well, like what? I go, well, sometimes adults can take advantage of children. She says to me, my dad does that to me. He was raping her.
And she didn't know. Yeah, she didn't know it was wrong. So
I stopped shaking. This is a true story.
Did you call the cops and report that? Did you take care of that?
Yeah.
I mean,
I had a nervous breakdown.
Did you call the cops?
Because I'm not a violent person. I couldn't stop fantasizing about murdering him.
Did you call the cops?
Yes, I went. Well, let me tell you what I first did, because I'm Italian, okay? So I went to my mom and dad. My mom and dad said, stay out of it. Stay out of it. Don't say nothing. This is dangerous. I go, are you kidding me? I go, my own mother and father are telling me to ignore what this little girl has told me? Her father's raping her. So then I went to my sisters, and they're like, okay, listen. You're going to have to go see a psychiatrist, and you're going to tell the psychiatrist. Then the psychiatrist is going to tell the police, because if this guy's violent, he's going to come for you. And at this time, I had my daughter was 12, and the little girl was 12, but I also had little babies, 2 little babies. And, oh, man, it was so hard. And I was in the middle of a divorce. It's all a true story. And sure enough, the psychiatrist did the call for me. She said a client came to see me.
And then it comes anonymous. Yep. Okay.
Yep. And this little girl is now 29. And she came to me at the age of 18, and she said to me, what you did stopped my father, and my mother didn't even know, or maybe pretended to know, but she claimed that her mother didn't know.
Wow.
And he never went to prison. He never served.
Oh, no.
So, yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
But at least it stopped it. At least it stopped it. That is the most important
I guess
thing.
That's one good thing out of what you did. At least it stopped it.
And she she even told me, I still love my father. I want to love my father. When she even told me, you can't tell anybody what I told you. I don't want anything. He told me, classic textbook.
Oh, yeah.
He told her,
yeah.
you tell anybody. Yep,
He had
the
his-
threat. So I don't want to take any more of your time, but I'm just saying that's why I was saying earlier, it's crazy the things that come to your doorstep that you don't ask for, that you are forced to deal with, because God wants to put this on you because he trusts you. He knows you can handle it. And just don't stop. I mean, the whole rest of my life is going to be about the crusades. I want children protected, and I'm just done with this bullshit. And I'm sick every time I look at food now. You know, I used to love to go to Taco Bell. I used to love to get a Pepsi. Now I'm thinking, what are they putting in this stuff? They're talking about putting flavorings from a baby's kidney cell because it mutates and it keeps the flavor alive. What are you telling me?
It's crazy.
I mean,
and then it's all got basis to it. It does.
And Michael, I'm getting to the point. If there's a chicken in my freaking refrigerator, I can't even eat it because I look at that thing and I'm like, it looks like a damn person. I mean, I'm getting to the point where I can't even eat meat anymore. And I never thought I'd be like that.
Sounds like you need to start growing your own food in your backyard. Know what you're putting in there, so you know what you're eating. Get some chickens back there.
All right, we are going to shut this episode down. We appreciate your call.
Yep.
Oh, you're awesome.
You guys, love you.
You call in anytime again, and I'm writing your number down because I want to. What was your name again that you go by? Or
Ramona. My name's Ramona.
Ramona. I think I've seen you in the chats.
Yeah, but I had to change it because I said that I think that the Vatican should be blown up, and so YouTube banned me. And then I had to. So my new they banned me. You're like,
careful.
You can't say that. I go, I can't. I'm like, I go. You know what? You're right. I should have said pedophiles should blow themselves up. That's what I should have said.
Yeah, there you go.
When I'm in your room, I'm under Sharon Rivas. That's my fake name.
Okay.
Sharon Rivas.
So
Okay, cool.
Well,
cool.
I'm gonna
At least we'll know who to call out to.
Sharon Rivas.
Fantastic.
And you guys, you know what? I have a big house in California. You come here. We'll red pill the heck out of everybody. We can do a podcast in my backyard.
All right. Sounds good.
I got space for you guys. And it's safe here. Everyone knows me, and it's safe here because they know me. And I have family members in law enforcement and investigators and all kinds of amazing people around my circle. I literally tell the Q movement, I am the Q Army here. You need me to call 500 people together, I could probably do it in 2 days.
All right, Ramona.
Wow,
you have a great night.
All right.
God bless.
Thank you.
God bless. And
God bless you and your family.
Thank you.
Keep you
Bye-bye.
safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. That was awesome. And that was our last call, folks, for the night. That was awesome. We're over an hour. What did you guys think?
Lots of passionate people, man. It's like, I could almost sense the passion. And that's what we need, man. We need that kind of stuff. And again, I'll interject. I don't put my faith or my redeeming Messiah in anybody on this earth. And I know that God does do amazing things. And she is right. If God puts something on the doorstep in front of you, he's not going to give you anything you can't handle.
Yes. And I believe there's great men that walk the earth just like they did in the Bible times, and stories that are written about these people that got God's hand on them. So we know people work in mysterious ways. God
I agree
works
with
in
that
mysterious
as well.
ways. But yes, same thing. I never follow anyone blindly, folks. That's why we always say here at the Patriot Hour, don't believe in anything that we say or anything that anyone says. Always verify it. Read everything you want, watch everything you can, but believe none of it until you can verify it. And that goes with anything. So if you follow that golden rule, you can't really go wrong, ever.
Yeah, truth will outlast a lot of the lies. In fact, all of them.
What'd you think, Woodman? Did you have a good night tonight? Pretty good show?
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. It's fantastic having been over here again, We both kind of bounce in and out every now and then.
I'm just getting
loving it.
All these texts. So I just saw one Ben here bouncing you out. Are you good since you come back in? Has it been good, Ben, on your end?
Yeah, it's been good. For some reason, I don't know. It was just that weird hiccup. I was trying to get back on. It kept on kicking me out. I don't know if it was
probably
my internet here
or the update that just happened. I know you had a quick update before because it was good for Woodman and me, and none of So I'm not.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking it was on my end or something, but it was been smooth ever since then. I could hear everybody.
Storms coming through the area as well, folks. We never know. This is when we pull together to do a show. We hope, and we've had many a great flawless shows as far as technicalities, but here tonight, Ben early on, but he's been great since, and it's worked out, and we're glad it was worked out for you. We want it to be a pleasurable viewing experience, right? But,
Trazer
and it doesn't really, it doesn't mess it up. Like
positions.
when it's all glitchy, maybe for you, or if one of us has happened to Woodman as well, and but you know, for the viewers, you just froze up. It's like,
oh, you
and
know, it's
you're having all these
musicians.
issues, but the minute you come back in, it's like,
keep on rocking.
oh, hey guys, I'm back. So it's good.
I like what you were saying. I was hearing the whole thing because I actually have multiple machines here,
Yeah,
so I can see. So I can
never-
see what's going on. So even though I was freezing, but you know, I mean, honestly, I always feel. I do gotta say this. It's kind of. Mike and I talk about this a lot too, and I believe that Woodman would agree with this. But whenever I come on the Patriot Hour, I don't bullshit nobody. I don't care offending people either. I want to get the truth out as I personally see it, and a lot of times that's in line with what Mike and Woodman said. And Bill Cooper kind of said the same thing. He was like, you know, when I do my radio show, which he had a radio show, which is, you know, inspired myself and Mike as well, you know, and Woodman, and he always would say, I am there to get the truth out to as many people. I am not there to spoon feed it to you, to suckle you. I'm there to really open your minds because of how severe our environment is. And this guy was, you know, I mean, this is not too long ago, 15, 20 years ago. And we're talking, he was saying how sick it was, and this is why he's doing that. And, you know, I heard a lot of the callers tonight, and there's a lot of passion in you guys' voice about pedophilia, about pedivore, about our freedoms and our sovereignty. And we're thinking, well, if you start looking into pedophiles, they're everywhere. And when in history has billionaires went down? Used to be just millionaires. Now there's billionaires. Next step's to trillionaires. And so you see this has been going on for hundreds, if not thousands of years. And so I just, like I said, I thank all you guys. And when we come on here, we're trying to blast you the truth as we've researched it and we see it to be true. And but by the grace of God, go myself and us here. And it's because of you guys. So I just want to say thank you and keep on being woke, man, for sure.
And I'll add, same thing with Bill Cooper. What I took out of some of his shows, one of the biggest ones that touched me, I have said it, was like, he's like, you know, at the end, he's like, it's, you can get a satellite. He was talking about in the satellite ages, folks. I think it was early on. But, you know, you can get these little uplinks, and he was doing satellite feeds. And he's like, anyone could do it. It's a couple $100. You get all set up, and you can have your own radio show. And here it is, a similar. We didn't go through all these satellite uplink things. We're not just doing voice. It's a platform that wasn't available back then. Would Bill Cooper have been on YouTube or taking advantage? Like, just like Alex Jones had it all set up, and he podcast out to all the social media sites to get just to blast it. It's powerful. So yes, this is, you know, our platform. That's why we did this. This is why I started the Patriot Hour as well, and the guys are here. When we're on here, we want to give truth. We don't ever do things, you know, like we like to call it a lie is different. You know, people are like, oh, wow, I'm going to start using that every time I'm wrong. That I didn't mean to. Well, of course, but you can be mischievous with that as well. But we don't literally come on here and push things that we don't believe to be true. That's the whole thing. So, but again, we could be wrong, and that's the big difference. So always verify what we say. But again, this is our platform, and we're here to present what I believe to be true, and it's going to come across that way. And if it offends, that's just the nature of the beast. We don't do it on purpose, and we try not to. But as far as
we don't believe in like social warriors here. This is, you know,
early on, if I was an offended person, we never would be where we're at right now tonight with 158. What
I wouldn't be friends.
Yeah, 158. We didn't, you know, military. I didn't come here to make no friends. I came here to tell the truth, and along the way, I actually have made some friends. It's awesome. And it's been a great journey with you guys. So that's what we can say on that. Now we're opening up the phone lines and talking to some of you, and that's only right to do that. But those are, you had liked our stance of, if I would have listened to I could have been driven nuts within the first month of starting this channel if I would have took every piece of advice out of the comment section, applied it to my personal life. Yet, you know, what they're trying to tell me to do, I wouldn't be I would be flat out wore out. So you have to ignore that sometimes. So that's the best advice. if you're going to do no agendas, we had no agendas, just promote truth, what we believe to be truth, and look where we're at. Awesome.
Hey, talk about truth. I have to share this with you guys. Everybody refers to a certain group of people called black people. I happen to have been in the military with what we used to call black people. He was my best friend, and he taught me a lesson. They're not black, they're caramel. Now look, black is black. He preaches to me, I ain't black, I'm caramel, man. Look, it gives somebody something to smile about, right? And like caramel. Hey, I know a couple caramel guys, man. I missed that guy. He passed away during the military, but yeah, Ron McGregor from Miami, Florida.
Maybe there's family out there watching tonight.
I hope.
If there's any distant family, get a hold of the Woodman. He served with him. Now that's a great story. All right, let's shut this down. I'm hot in here. This is an awesome show tonight, fellas. Thanks all. We still got about 600 in the room. Thanks to all the super chats. Let me run through that real quick. We got EO2 Dave L 1978. Get over to her channel, guys. She's a mod for the channel. Brenda Snyder, EO2 Dave again. R Dogs 7. Awesome. And Shot Clips. The Godspeed and keep up the great work, guys. That's what he put.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you.
That's super awesome. It's just a way of you guys showing your gratitude about what we're doing here. It does make it worth it. It helps Mike out, the studio. It helps the channel and what that's doing and being building up coming. As well, man.
We're going to be looking into the area in the basement of Brenda Snyder. God bless you guys. I'm late, but I listen all the time. Hey, don't worry about being late. Go back, watch it. That's the beauty of it. It's here. You're going to be able to, watch it later. So, all right, you guys, great evening, great show, great truth. We had some fun. We had some laughs. We learned some stuff, I think. Talked to a couple different people, great Patriots.
Awesome. Every calling was awesome. Lots of love to everybody.
We have? Midwest. We had a lady all the way out in San Fran. So we had West Coast, Midwest, and then I'm not sure where.
Down south,
we had Alabama. So...
Alabama. Yep. We also Roll Tide.
All over.
Oh, yeah.
Coast to coast, folks. Coast to coast. We love you.
Yes, indeed.
That's what it is.
Yes, indeed.
All right, fellas. We'll get together again real soon and do another Patriot Hour update. Spreading the truth, and I again on that. Some of these people, Woodman's asked me. Me and Ben have had conversations. Man, when is the news finally going to come around? Or Woodman or these ladies like, why don't they just give the kids a break? Folks, the people we are dealing with at this point have already sold their soul. They have no soul left. It's been sold to Satan. They're working for the devil. Don't expect any crazy, miracles with them, I guess, to just, start telling the truth all of a sudden.
Expect evil to be evil. That's what you should expect.
All the way down to the very end. That's where some of these people stand. They do not... These are the people that are screaming on the ship, folks. As the ship comes up with water, I'm not. I mean, that's how it works. So, all right. I just want to say that it caught me earlier from what you guys were talking about. So, all right, Woodman, Ben, brothers,
everybody, airborne,
Patriots,
Thank
unite.
you for all of our soldiers currently serving and those who have served. God bless America. Keep the earth safe. And Godspeed to all you guys and your families. We love you, and it's because of you guys we're all still coming back here. Thank you.
That's right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
God bless you. God bless you all.
Good night, Woodman. Good night, Ben. Good night, John Boy. Good night,
John
Mary.
Boy.
Good night, Amy. Good night, Elle. Good night, Brenda Schneider. Good night, EO2 Dave. Good night, good night, good night, good night to all of you Patriots worldwide. Again, we'll see you on the flip side tomorrow. It's always something going on. Keep our eyes on.
And no republic can survive. so it is to the printing press, to the recorder of man's deeds, the keeper of his conscience, the courier of his news.
Good night,
that we look
Danielle
for strength
Gelly.
and assistance. Without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed, and no republic can survive.
They've told us to be quiet. They've told us to say nothing and do nothing. But I'll tell you, I draw a line in the sand. Enough is enough! They've mocked the body of Christ for too long. An army of men and women is rising up in this hour. God is answering our prayer. He will not be mocked. He's a God that answers by fire. Do not be afraid of the showdown. Don't be afraid of the showdown. Don't be afraid. It's time to mock the false gods of the Egypt.
We come from all around the world with many different backgrounds, and sometimes there's barriers. I'm not here to tell you to believe in God or Satan, but the fact of the matter is, there's lots of people that do. The elite themselves worship Satan, whether you want to believe that or not, and they've spent a lot of time and money trying to get the masses not to believe in God, while they believe and hold true their satanic connections, an ancient hope, a new world order. A pastor who took part in a laying of the hands prayer on President Trump in the Oval Office in the summer of 2016 claims Hollywood is full of devil worshippers who engage in human sacrifice and drink the blood of children. These people are full of the devil. These people can't even be reasoned with, Rodney Howard-Browne said in a sermon over the weekend. They have already given their soul to the devil. Are you with me? These people go through seances. These people drink blood. These people sacrifice children. In an online posting by the right-wing hatch, Howard-Browne added, they sacrifice children at the highest levels in Hollywood. They drink the blood of the young kids. This is a fact. That's why the next thing to be exposed will be all the pedophilia that is going to come out of Hollywood and coming out of Washington, D.C. The human sacrifice and the cannibalism have been going on for years, and it is no longer going to be covered up. Nobody wanted to believe us. Nobody wanted to believe you. This goes deep, from the border to the trafficking to Hollywood, all the way to D.C. I am here to tell you this is a fact. This was the start of it all. The opening of the floodgates, the flooding of information, a waterfall of crime is about to come down upon this world. Many of the Hollywood actors that you go see on a screen, what you don't know, they bring a witch. They do a big seance right there on the set, and they worship devils. And they allow devils to come into them before they take part of what they're going to do. They let the devils come in before they act. This is a fact. This is what I'm telling you. The time has come to say enough is enough. No more mocking the body of Christ. God has answered the prayers, and justice is coming. Those who hurt the children have been warned, and they mocked his word.
They've told us to be quiet. They've told us to say nothing and do nothing. But I tell you, I draw a line in the sand. Yeah, Eminem drew a line in the sand the other day. Looks like he tries to think he's from the hood. Please, give me a break. Some pasty white boy trying to act like he's from the hood. He doesn't even know what the hood looks like. He's made money off the hood, but he's about to get put on a hood. Enough is enough. They've mocked the body of Christ for too long. An army of men and women is rising up in this hour. God is answering our prayer. He will not be mocked. He's a God that answers by fire. Do not be afraid of the showdown. Don't be afraid of the showdown. Don't be afraid. It's time to mock the false gods of Egypt and their prophets. What are these people? What are these holy? They're prophets of the enemy. You know, I mock you. And some say, no, we must be nice so we can win them for Jesus. These people are full of the devil. These people can't even be reasoned with. These are not people that you can talk to, and they already have given their soul to the devil. Are you with me? These people go through seances. These people drink blood. These people sacrifice children. Somebody said they don't do that. They sacrifice children at the highest levels. In Hollywood, they drink blood of young kids. This is a fact. That's why the next thing to be exposed will be all the pedophilia that's going to come out of Hollywood and come out of Washington, D.C. The human sacrifice and the cannibalism has been going on for years. Somebody said, oh, they don't do that. It's worse than what you think. You remember when the whole spirit cooking thing came out? That's commonplace, ladies and gentlemen. And many of the Hollywood actors that you go see on a screen, what you don't know, they bring a witch. They do a big seance right there on the set, and they worship devils, and they allow devils to come into them before they take the part of what they're going to act. It's a fact what I'm telling you.